pattern in my life I've come to recognize is that every year feels more busy and chaotic than the last. 2023 was no exception. A big part of my year was working with Maestro Media as we launched a Kickstarter for the Sallyface board game Strange Nightmares. Over the past couple of years, we've put a lot of work into making this board game the best version of itself it can be. And during the Kickstarter, this basically became my full-time job for a few months, between developing the game and promoting it. The campaign was funded in under an hour, and by the end of the 30 days, we had unlocked a bunch of great stretch goals and had a blast interacting with fans all month long. We demoed Strange Nightmares at a couple places in Pittsburgh too, which was a lot of fun. I got to hang out with fans and play the game with them in person. We also did several live streams during the campaign. This was my first time doing a live stream, and although I'm not very comfortable in front of the camera, I still had a good time with it. If you missed out on the Strange Nightmares campaign and all the awesome new Sallyface merch, you still have some time to pre-order stuff. Go to strangenightmares.com. In addition to the board game and merch, I've also been working with Maestro Media on Sallyface Strange Boxes. It's part subscription box and part prequel mystery. It's been a pleasure working with fan artists to create some incredible new Sallyface t-shirt designs for each of the 12 boxes. I've also been enjoying writing the story that puts players in the shoes of a Knockfell detective. The story takes place before Sal moves into the Addison apartments, and you're working on this unusual case by solving puzzles in each box. My other team, Wither Studios, unfortunately couldn't find a publisher for Monster Party, which is a shame because it had a lot of potential and was a fun project. So we took a step back from that and started working on a smaller scale game, something we can accomplish without the need for major funding. We haven't revealed much about it yet, but it's a horror-themed deck building game. In spring, I ended up hurting my neck. I was in agonizing pain for a couple months and losing a lot of sleep. Nothing I tried and nothing the doctor prescribed was helping. Finally, an MRI revealed that I had 2 herniated discs. Next step is talking to a surgeon to see what my options are. But at least for now, the pain has settled to a bearable level, as long as I'm careful. With everything else going on, I was also in the process of buying my first house. A process that took almost a full year and multiple bids before finally getting one. It ended up being significantly more work than anticipated, including a few extremely stressful months before we could move in. Even though there's still some work to be done, the house is great and it's nice to be settled in for now. I also had my wisdom teeth taken out this year, so that was fun. I found myself wondering what life without discomfort would be like. Between all the physical pain, sleep deprivation, and house stuff, it did slow my work productivity down a good bit in the second half of the year. But I'm hopeful that I can kick back into high gear over the next few months and catch up on things. One of the highlights from my year came from a new tradition with my friend group, our Halloween road trip. We spent a few days traveling to different haunted houses. It was an awesome time and came right when I really needed a break. I'm thankful for this lovely bunch of people I have in my life and that I'm able to take a trip like this. In addition to the merch we produced with Maestro Media, check out some of this other cool new Sallyface merch. Despite the crazy year, I did make some good progress on Sallyface 2. And while it's great to see all of the excitement people have for it, I also appreciate your patience. Game development is a long process, and it's still too early to give any kind of estimate yet. But I'll let you know when I hit some bigger milestones. In the meantime, there will be some other exciting things on the horizon to look forward to, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for following.